Guys. Hey guys. Alright, let's watch that same video that I tried to do until it made a flailing fuck mistake. Well, I made a mistake. I made a flailing, flipping, flying fuck mistake that I shouldn't have. Let's watch this one.
We can show today that you can successfully move a robot remotely over 3,000 miles. Any physician in the United States can remotely reach almost any other hospital.
That is amazing. I'm impressed. Vintage Beef, you have absolutely outdone yourself. This is ridiculous. Right, that's enough of my face. Okay, I never want to see my face again. Building projects. Now you may notice between the previous episode and this one, I've kind of toned down this area a little bit. It was incredibly bushy, a little bit wild, and I'm taking it back a bit. So now it's much easier to actually see. There was a lot of grass, and it was kind of, it looked a little bit messy. So I've toned it down a little bit, and it's definitely inspired me for this area here. Because look at this place. This is disgusting. Okay, I need to do something with it. And I'm thinking we stick with the spruce wood, but almost act as if the spruce wood has overgrown. So there's just like the grass is creeping in, and gradually it's kind of rotting away. So I guess the first thing that I've got to do is actually remove all of the spruce wood, get everything fully cleared out so we have a blank canvas to work from, and then we can start constructing. I tell you what's very funny, every now and again when I'm swapping through my inventory, I'll kind of land on the map, and it will take me a second to realise what's happened, because obviously I'm not used to holding a picture of my real life face in Minecraft. All of the spruce planks have been removed, and I must admit, that kind of shape right there looks evil. It looks like we've created an evil area in the middle of my base. It almost looks like the surface of the Death Star or something. Anyway, that's got to change, alright? So we're going to have, as I say, little spruce paths, grass, bamboo, just overgrownedness. I'm not sure if overgrownedness is actually a phrase, but I'm going to use it as an actual phrase. We're making some progress already, I'm preferring this. Obviously, I am going to add some texture into here, different block types, maybe some dark oak, a little bit of trapdoor action as well. But this already just feels like it fits better with the build. The old one just it didn't quite have what I wanted. And now that all the blocks are in place, or at least all of the spruce blocks are in place, yeah, this is perfect. So I'm thinking what I do next is get all of the grass in, so we get like a full area, and then I can start adding in all of the details, and really go down to the granular level. Yes, I'm learning big words. I'm starting to sound like a builder more and more every single Hermitcraft episode I record. Looking back,
Wait, go back.
and start adding in all of the details and really go down to the granular level. Yes, I'm learning big words. I'm starting to sound like a builder more and more.
Game left the game. Wait, I think I tried to do me. Somebody already made that comment. Of course.
Every single Hermitcraft episode I record. Looking back, I'm not sure granular is a big word. Ignore what I just said. I'm maybe thinking that this now looks less finished because we've got the grass in. It matches up with the outside. I mean, obviously I think things will change once we've done the terraforming. It could be a little bit too much green though. It could be a little bit too much green. I mean, look, when we're flying around here, it can be a little bit difficult to differentiate where is inside and where isn't. That's not something I thought of. Right, here's the new strategy, and we are going to take a bit of a step back here, but I'm going to put in a bunch more spruce wood, and I'm going to make it so that the grass is kind of popping through a lot more. So originally I had this kind of cross idea, and then the rest was just totally overgrown. Now it's going to be little patches of overgrownedness with all of the spruce wood. I said it again, didn't I? Overgrownedness. Is it a word? Somebody let me know down in the comment section. We are getting there, we are getting there, we are getting there. This is feeling good. This is feeling good, this is feeling good. I hate the torches, but they're necessary. I guess we'll have to work out some other lighting solution. Honestly, I'm not sure what to do in that department, so I'm not going to think about it. But now the actual bulk of the build is all in place, and it looks cool. It looks cool. It's difficult to say if it looks officially cool, because obviously none of the detail is in place. It still looks... okay, it doesn't look cool, it looks pants. It looks really pants. But we have learned throughout the entire process of building this whole base, things look pants until they don't look pants. So now I have to focus on making sure that this doesn't continue to look pants. And you know what? I fancy doing an unpantsifying time-lapse. That was a difficult sentence for me to say. And the actual process of unpantsifying wasn't easy either. You know, to be quite frankly honest with you, you would think that with the amount of building in this style that I've done, I would kind of get a rhythm for it, I would get a flow for it, and towards the end I kind of did. But, just a number of times, just while building that, I was second guessing what I was doing. You know, I was like checking the screens multiple times. Every single block that I placed, I would like observe. I'd stare at it and just be like, is that a good place to place it? What would Scar do? That's basically what I was asking throughout the entire process of doing this, is I was just going, what would Scar do? If I was Scar right now, what would I do? Bamboo. Okay, cool. Bamboo goes in. You know, that's basically how my brain was working, but I'm gradually getting there, and I've said this a number of times, but I'm learning to love this side of Minecraft, and it's a side of Minecraft that I haven't really touched in the past too much, but I'm now absolutely loving. And it's getting to the point now where it's like learning a totally new thing. You know, when I first picked up redstone in Minecraft, I went crazy for it because it was like this whole new skill and this whole new language that I had to learn, and I'm almost having to do that with this style of building. It's like a new Minecraft language, because I'm quite a geometric person, and this is very ungeometric. It's basically a controlled mess. I'm creating an uncontrolled mess that looks good, I think. I mean, I hope it looks good. I hope you think it looks good. Let me know if you think it looks good. I would say it does, especially now that it's actually lit up. I mean, look at this in the dark. Look at this in the dark. That looks so cool. I love the lanterns on the posts. The lanterns on the posts are really nice, and the cool thing about this place is that it feels very jungly when you're actually inside it. Like, it feels super overgrown, we've got the height, and that is kind of something that I wanted. That was important to me because the whole base has got the height. So it feels like this area also needs a little bit of height to it. It was so flat originally, whereas now it feels super cool. I'm absolutely loving this. Yes, it is a tiny bit busy, there's a lot of things going on, but that's good. Like, that's what I want. I want the busyness. I want it to feel like there's tons going on. There's loads for your eyes to see. Anyway, while I was actually doing this, I don't know how I didn't spot this as I was clearing out all the wood. While I was doing it, I spotted this dude. We've got ourselves a little impulse in the base, and he has left a book and things. Let me clear out my inventory quickly. Congratulations, you have been randomly selected for Impulse's Good Deed of the Day. Your prize for winning is this woe-smashing mystery box. You're encouraged to pay it forward using your own gifts and hermit selection process. Enjoy. Okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting. That is a lot of...
Alright guys, wait for part 2 of this. I'm going to go put this thing on charge, alright? Don't worry, I'll be right back. Oh my god.
Stuff. We got 2 diamonds, we've got a bunch of firework rockets, we've got 10 ender chests. That's like key for me because I lose these things all the time. There's a bunch of wood, which actually would have been handy while I was building this because I kept running out of that. We've also got emeralds, golden carrots, shulker shells, those soul lantern things, end rods. There's netherite. Whoa! I forgot. There's a netherite ingot. That's a serious thing. That's a big thing. I'm an old school Minecraft player. I just see in diamonds. I only see diamonds. I don't see netherite. Netherite's crazy. Imagine if I totally hadn't noticed that. The comment section would be going completely insane. I also didn't notice the netherite pickaxe that's in there. That's even more crazy. How? Right, I'm gonna go through this again. Okay, name tags, they're pretty sweet. Alright, am I missing anything else that is incredibly valuable? Because that might be the most valuable item in the game. So this is a serious box of goodness here. This is impressive. So we need to pass it on. We need to, pass on the good deed. We need to create our own box of goodness, and we also need to find a way to select a hermit. And I think I have an idea in mind. I just need... Okay, I've got a handful of signs. That's good. Alright, and now we need some eggs. I think you can probably all tell where this is going. So here we have all of the members of the Hermitcraft server lined up. Now I must admit, I did type out their names quite quickly, so there may be 1 or 2 spelling mistakes in these signs here. And then I'm going to shoot down a chicken in the center, and whatever sign the chicken runs towards, that is who is going to be getting a gift. Are you ready? Okay. 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 Rensog! That chicken went straight to Rensog! So congratulations, Mr. Rendiggity Rensog, which is now going to be his official name. You are going to be receiving a lovely shulker box of gifts. Now I guess I've got to work out what those gifts are going to be. This is pretty gnarly. I think I'm going to think about it overnight, and I'll catch you tomorrow morning. This is what I have so far. And I think it's important to mention that there are some incredibly valuable items on the inside of here. Obviously, we've got ancient debris, netherite scraps, we've got diamond blocks, some diamonds and bits and pieces, and obviously a totem of undying. But this is very important. You see, that is the head of Ren the Kid. Ren was one of the last people to die on the Hermitcraft server, and he had a standoff with Dochem. Dochem killed him, and the severed head of Ren the Kid was given to me in some form of trade deal. I can't exactly remember how it went down, but I have it, and I feel like this is a good time to return it to its rightful owner. Let's chuck a few redstone blocks in there as well. That leaves us with 6 slots. We have 6 slots left. And now our box is all done. I was going to fill this area with shulker boxes, but then I realised you can't put shulker boxes inside of shulker boxes, so when in doubt, just fill it with diamonds. I would say this looks pretty impressive. So now I need to drop it off with Ren. I am never going to complain about gathering blackstone again. I do now know that you can trade it with piglins. I hadn't realised that in the previous episode, but this is still an obscene quantity of blackstone. Anyway, let's construct a little plinth here. Yeah, that should do the trick, and I'm thinking we place the shulker box on top, and then I do the item frames, give them instructions and everything like that. Those are the instructions. I feel like it would be wrong of me not to at least utilise some pictures of my face, and also I've got this little thing here which says, enjoy your box from Mumbo. It's a little bit difficult to read, but you can read it. Boom. I would say that is job done. It's so silly. And I think that does a pretty decent job at explaining everything, so hopefully he should be able to spot that pretty soon. Right, let's run back over to the base because we've got a little bit more work to do. And it's actually very important work because the base is going to be coming to life. I'm going to get the heart beating without lagging out the server. I've got a new way of doing it. And also I'm going to be installing the system which keeps track of the items so we can make sure that we keep this thing happy. Now the items that we're going to be sustaining the base on are golden apples. And that's it. There's going to be one item that the base cares about, and it is golden apples. And if it doesn't get its golden apples, then gradually it's going to get more and more unhappy until it dies. Now there are consequences for both unhappiness and death. So the more and more unhappy it gets, the more and more functions of the base are going to shut down. So first off, the beacons will turn off, then we're going to lose the sorting system. That's going to stop working, then the lights will switch off in my storage system, which means obviously it's going to fill up with mobs, and then eventually, when it actually dies, all of the nether portals are going to be switched off, and I'm going to lose access to my actual storage system. A trapdoor will close up, and I won't be able to get in there until I revive the base. But at that point, it has died, and I will have lost a life. And when I lose a life, I lose a diamond block. That's not so bad, but I've only got 6 lives, and if I lose all of the 6 lives, then my valuables chest is going to be drained. I'm gonna lose all my valuables. So I really need to keep this thing alive. I really need to keep this thing alive. Now the way that we're going to be displaying all of this information is on the left hand side, that is going to be happiness, how happy my base is, and then on the right hand side, that is going to be how many lives I have remaining. So I've got to make a few modifications to the redstone, so that when these redstone lamps switch off, it will then activate this redstone circuit, and it will remove a life. And as is tradition, I have totally lost my redstone box. Has anyone seen my redstone box anywhere? I have no clue where my redstone box could be. It has been located, nobody panic, and now this system has been set up so that when we gradually lose happiness, you can see the redstone lamps are turning off, they're all turning off, and then eventually when we get down to the bottom, this one switches off, and we have just lost our first life, and we cannot regain lives. And this of course is a test, and that was a test. So I've just regained a life. Okay, I'll put it back into the dropper. We have 7 lives in total. Now how on earth do I connect these up to all of these? I'm honestly, it's really simple, but it's also not simple. Like my brain's struggling, and for no good reason, because it is actually really simple. It's literally just running a redstone line. It's about as simple as redstone can possibly be. I'm embarrassed. This is starting to look incredibly cool though. Like, especially when I get the lines intertwining, because obviously we have to do the lives as well, and they're going to go in between. This is actually going to start looking like a proper redstone contraption. There is something so satisfying about this. I mean, it looks like something out of Blade Runner. I haven't seen Blade Runner in years, but this feels like it would be in Blade Runner. And just like Blade Runner, it's taken ages to finish. I'm sure there's only about 4 people who are watching this video right now who have seen Blade Runner, but you know what I'm talking about. We are on the home straight now. This is the final redstone line, and there we go. Everything is now fully connected. And I am extremely happy. I'm actually curious to see what this looks like from the outside of the base. It looks like just some redstone lamps in the wall. I mean, I don't know why I was expecting anything more dramatic than that, but it does look good. It does look cool. It's nice to have all sides working. So I'm thinking on each side of my base, I have a little chest, and that can be the input. So I guess we'll have a hopper underneath here, which will then shoot the item into a water stream, will make its way across, and then be inputted into the system. Something like this should hopefully work. So I've got 2 of them linked up already. They go into that item elevator over there, and then that is the item filter, which is going to detect the item running through, which will then replenish all of the happiness. That will go right the way back up to the top. So I've got 2 more to connect up, and I must admit I'm a little bit nervous for this one, because this one is very close to everything else. But I've managed to make it work. I the items over a little bit, and then they run into the dropper and everything. Everything is now fully operational, so we can now start running golden apples into this thing. That means I actually have to get a bunch of golden apples. Now this is going to sound really stupid, but I remember there was a change to golden apples at one point. And I just want to double check, you can still craft them, can't you? Like, you can still make a golden apple. Because if you can't, then that's going to be a real issue, because every single time I need to put a golden apple into this thing, I'm going to need to go exploring. I mean, that being said, I don't actually think I've got any apples whatsoever. After doing quite a bit of searching, I managed to find 6 in my little hobbit hole, so let's see, moment of truth, that's good. Is there any way to make a better golden apple? Oh yeah, it used to be that you could craft up like some crazy golden apple by doing this, but that clearly isn't the case anymore. Or it could be totally making that up. You know, I'm starting to think that maybe that's not true. So our first 6 of the golden apples have gone into place. Now how many... Oh my goodness. I need another 30 golden apples to actually fill up my item filter. Why did I do one of the 3-length ones? Why did I think that was a good idea? So I need to get 30 golden... That's ridiculous. I would be so insanely surprised if anyone was selling apples. I don't think there's a single person who wants apples in Minecraft. Even the barge doesn't sell it. We could be in trouble here. Thankfully, my diamond hoe has come to the rescue. For those of you who don't know, diamond hoes can now be used to strip away leaves, and that means that we don't get the leaf blocks, sorry, a scowl, but we do get all of the drops that come from them. So this is going to be the most efficient way for me to get apples. It's not going well so far, is it? Are apples really rare? Thank goodness. Blimey. 1 full diamond hoe later, I have managed to get 5 apples. 5 apples. And look at the mess that I've made. I did it really close to my actual builds. I shouldn't have done that. It's just... I've made a mess. I've wasted my diamonds, and I've got 5 apples to show for it. Thankfully, I've come up with another solution. Hopefully I can make it back to my base. This is looking a little bit precarious. I'm an incredibly lazy individual. I can't be bothered to mend up my elytra at the minute, so I'm just grabbing loads of spares from my ender chest because apparently I've got loads of them. Anyway, the golden apples are in place. This item filter will actually work. I don't need all 43 items up at the front, so that is sorted. This thing is now good to go. If I put a golden apple into this system, it would replenish the happiness. And the live system is working. Everything's kind of up and running. And now that the hopper clock is all loaded up, this thing is now running. Like, the base is gradually getting more and more unhappy as I speak. I might need more items in there because that's going to get unhappy fast. Just a few extra details to add in. I think that should be the noise that plays when you actually put in a golden apple. That feels like it's necessary. Now it's time to actually add a heartbeat to the heart of the base. And also the new heartbeat isn't going to involve pistons and things because that just completely destroyed the server, but something like this. That's pretty good. That's a good resting heartbeat. My base is an athlete. The fact that I can now fly around my base and hear this is very, very, very cool. That's so stupidly satisfying. It's one of those tiny details which really isn't that difficult to build, but it just brings so much life to the base, literally. I'm incredibly happy with it. So we have got... My base is now alive. I don't have to keep it alive. Obviously, once the sorting system is done, that's when I will start adding in all the connections. So we'll connect up the sorting system, we'll connect up the redstone lamps in the floor, and we'll connect up the trapdoor and everything like that. Add in all of those features. But for now... Hello, Mumbo. So this is from Iskall. We have got a present outside our bases. I think we need to open it to get her. Together, that makes sense, to get her. Oh, I've played too much Minecraft today. That is, yeah, my brain has been a little bit on the slow side. It's from Grian. Okay, well, we did challenge him to a lot of stuff, and he gave us a present, because we challenged him to give us a present. Is that this thing? Is this the thing? It seems like this might be the thing. Right, okay. Well, that looks interesting. It looks like a reverse... Hang on, is that an Uno reverse? That's an Uno reverse card. Oh, goodness gracious me. I can't wait to see what he has in store for us. Anyway, this episode has been incredibly fun. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. I've hit record and I don't know what I'm going to say. You know, this is my outro. The outro to the video. The end. Finito. The finish. Final. Fin. The end. Complete. Episode over. Why are you still here? Leave. You've got better things to do. Just go away.